ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Encore Theater's first ever improv comedy night, the show where everything is made up and the points don't matter. That's right, tonight everything you see on this stage from our performers is going to be completely made up on the spot, based on suggestions that we're going to receive from all of you in the audience, as well as suggestions that I have on my cards up here. I will also be awarding points to the contestants, but as I said, the points don't matter at all. So, on a different note, just to let you guys know what this show is all about this evening, we are raising money for our summer show Spotlight. So Encore Theater is doing, for the first time ever, a musical, and it's very, very exciting. That's our summer show this year. It's actually an original show using songs from a wide variety of different musicals in the past, so it's going to be a very exciting show. Performances are going to be at the end of, or the middle of August 11th through the 13th. But what we're raising money for here tonight is facility. So we are going to be able to get into a really nice theater for the show, but with getting into a nice theater comes a little more cost than we're used to. So that's why we're holding this show tonight. So first, the most important thing for you all to do is enjoy yourselves tonight, but I want to challenge you. Every time we make you laugh, you have to give us a quarter. Does that sound? No, I'm just kidding. We don't actually have to do that. But just be thinking about potentially donating to help us raise money for that facility. In addition, we have something really exciting with the donations. We have raffle prizes tonight. Raffle tickets cost $2 each, and we have a bunch of very exciting raffle prizes for you that I will tell you about a little bit later in the show, and you'll have an opportunity about halfway through the show everyone will get up, take a break, and you can go out to the lobby and check out those raffle prizes and purchase tickets for those if you would like. Savannah Rayford, one of our cast members for Spotlight and person who helped put together a lot of this show, will be out there and she can help you with that. So, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce tonight's performers. First up, I'd like to introduce the person who you may know as Captain Flint, but it's Josh Keller. Come on out, Josh. Or Steve, apparently. Next up, I'd like to introduce a young lady who you all probably just saw as Peter Pan in our most recent Encore show, Soraya Getty. Next up, I would like to introduce a young man who, again, if you've been watching and following Encore shows in the past, he is known for playing Eustace Scrub and Captain Smollett. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Fort.
Fine, be that way.
Next up, awkward silence, wow. Next up, I'd like to introduce a young lady who you've probably seen in Encore shows. She has an obsession with cheese, but she also directed Peter Pan just this past spring. So please welcome Lizzie Schneider. Next up, he ran the spotlight for Peter Pan, and otherwise no one's really quite sure why he's here. Please welcome Jeremiah Hopman. And last but not least, she's been seen in multiple Encore shows, going all the way back to the Westing game as Sidel Palaxi. She's vice president on the board currently. Please welcome Carolyn Hampton. All right, let's go ahead and get things started. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so the first game we're going to play tonight is a game called Questions Only. Questions Only. This is for all 6 performers. So if you all want to go ahead and stand up, split into 2 groups of 3 on each side of the stage. We're going to have Matt and Lizzie start. So Matt and Lizzie, if you guys want to be right in the center. So, questions only. We're going to give these performers a scene that they have to act out, like we're going to be doing multiple times tonight. But for questions only, they can only speak in questions. So if one of them messes up, if one of them says something that's not a question or hesitates too long, I will ring the bell, they will step out, and the person behind them will step in and immediately take their place and continue the scene. You guys ready? Okay, so what I need from you guys is a suggestion of a historical event from the past. Just shout it out. We're going to be doing this a lot tonight, so just give me a suggestion of a historical event.
Pearl Harbor. Battle of Waterloo.
I I heard Pearl Harbor first, and so we'll go with Pearl Harbor. So one of you is going to be like an officer there at the Pearl Harbor base, and then one of you is just an ordinary person, and you're going to be coming up to tell the officer that the base is under attack, all right? Questions only. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
What's happening to the base?
I thought you knew.
Is that a question?
Get back in the line.
So what's happening to the base?
What do you want to know?
Why is it...
What's all the ruckus about?
What do you want to know?
Why do you think I want to know?
Why are you not Japanese?
Why is that a question you ask?
Why did you walk here?
Why do you think I walked?
Why aren't you flying?
What are you wearing?
Why do you care?
Why do I not care?
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Ah. What's going on? Who are you?
What's that all about?
Why do you care?
Isn't the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor?
What are you doing here?
What is grammar?
Are you questioning my English?
You call that English?
So, who talks? You talk first, me talk first.
What's up?
How's it going?
How is it going with you?
How are things over there at the harbor? That
How
you've
are
heard
things
of?
over there in the base?
The harbor?
The base?
I don't know. I was asking.
Do you speak Japanese?
Do you speak English?
Do I know if I speak English?
Do I know if you speak English?
Do you?
Do you? Ask me if I speak English.
Do you want to know if I ask you if you speak English?
I think I would like to know. Do you speak Japanese?
Where are we?
That's a good question.
All right, and that's our scene. That was great. So as you can see, improv is a challenge, and these performers are going to be dealing with this all night. So be sure to be encouraging them throughout the night, because they're up here with a hard job. All right, so next game that we're going to move on to is called Party Guests. Party Guests is for Jerry, Josh, Carolyn, and Soraya. So if you guys want to go ahead and stand up. So Jerry, you are the host of the party, and Josh, Carolyn, and Soraya, you three are guests. You're going to be coming in one at a time to the party, and you're all going to be given a character quirk or a situation that you're going to need to perform within. And Jerry, you're not going to know what those quirks are. So you're going to have to guess based on what you see. So actually, Jerry, I'm going to ask you to step out for just a moment so I can tell them and the audience their quirks, and we'll call you back in just a minute, okay? So I'm going to go off the mic. Hopefully you guys can hear me. That's good. All right. So Josh is going to be all the characters in The Wizard of Oz. Carolyn, you are an animal in a zoo. You can choose what animal. You're an animal in a zoo. And Soraya, you are a ball in a pinball machine. All right, Jerry, you can come on back out. So when the next person's at the door, I'll ring the bell, and that's the doorbell. So you can go over to the door to answer it, all right? You ready?
No.
All right, here we go. First guest.
Oh, thank you for coming to the party. You're putting it up. You're putting up the party. Yeah, that's great. Oh. I only had
Hello.
Do you have any really warm spots that I can lie upon?
I don't think this Toto's hot air is good enough for you, I'm sure.
You kind of look like Toto.
Welcome.
Oh, she's coming after me.
There's a tornado in the house. Okay. I was not ready for this.
It must be a twister. Everybody has so much heart, like me. Well,
You can just step on the cat.
yeah. Sorry.
I'm a cat.
Do you have any heat lamps?
Right?
No, but I have an oil can.
Maybe a blanket? Some water, warm water that I can just make?
Oil can. Okay.
All right, Jerry, you want to take a guess at who these characters are?
I mean, the game Pong, the Tin Man, and the Cat Snake hybrid.
All right, he did pretty well. So Josh is all the characters from The Wizard of Oz. Soraya is a ball in a pinball machine, and Carolyn's an animal in a zoo. So give him a round of applause. All right, so just to remind you guys, and you can probably obviously tell from that the performers have not seen anything on my cards as far as these characters that I'm giving them. So they are just having to make it up on the spot. So, moving on, the next game that we're going to play is a game called Options. This is for Josh and Lizzie. Josh and Lizzie, step on up here. So, for this game, what I need, first of all, is a suggestion for a place where two people would meet, just like an ordinary place where two people would meet. So just shout them out.
Alleyway.
An alleyway. An alleyway. All right, so these two characters are meeting in an alleyway. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what's going on in that scene, okay? So what we're going to do in this scene is every so often I'm going to pause them. I'm going to say freeze, they're going to pause, and then I'm going to come back to you guys for styles of theater, of film, television, maybe even literature, if we get through enough of these styles. So be thinking about some styles for that, and I will come to you for those, and then they will have to apply that style to their scene and continue forward. So for now, we'll let them establish the scene just normal, and they can go ahead and get started. So whenever you guys are ready, take it away.
You got the money?
Depends, you got the stuff?
Yes, I do. Would you like to buy a watch? I only have one.
I was looking a little more for something a little sweeter.
Freeze. All right, we need a style of film. Give me a style of film. A musical. Musical's the first thing I heard. All right. That's great. All right, so continue in the style of a musical whenever you're ready.
Something sweeter.
Yes, something
What
sweeter.
do you mean?
I mean something sweet.
What could be sweeter than a watch on an hour?
Something as sweet as candy.
What kind of candy?
I do tend to favor pixie sticks.
That's just sugar.
All right, and freeze. Okay, so now we need a style of television. Give me a style of television. Spaghetti. Okay, spaghetti western. Sure, let's do that. Spaghetti western. Whenever you guys are ready, go for it.
Well, so you're saying you don't like my watch? I think that means we need to have a draw.
On your mark, partner.
How many paces?
Because my legs are significantly shorter than yours.
3 for me, 12 for you?
Yeah.
Got it. On a count of 12. 3, 7, 12.
Freeze. All right, give me another style of film. What's another style of film? English dubbed karate movie. All right, I heard it first. Let's go with English dubbed karate movie. Whenever you guys are ready.
On the future. Will now be defeated. I will defeat you.
Yeah. Traxing, hamster.
Guns of dragon named
a style of theater. What's a good style of theater for them?
Vaudeville.
Vaudeville? All right, let's do vaudeville. Whenever you guys are ready, vaudeville. All right, apparently we went with silent film. Freeze. Let's get another style of film.
Science fiction.
Science fiction. All right, that's a good one. So science fiction. Take it away, guys.
We've run out of watches, Captain.
Mr. Zulu, set a course for the nearest watch shop.
I'll use the last remaining watch in the universe. Somewhere over there.
Captain, I do not think this mission is well advised.
Why do you say that?
Because it is just highly illogical, Captain.
Well, I think we should go to a watch shop that no one has ever gone to before.
What do you suggest, Captain?
I think you should beam us to the watch shop immediately.
Freeze. All right, let's get another style of TV, another style of television. Sitcom. Sitcom's a good one. You guys can be the laugh track. How does that sound? All right, whenever you guys are ready, take it away.
Are you telling me you don't have a watch? What's going on?
Honey, I'm
What are you calling me honey for? I'm not even married.
You sound like Jerry Seinfeld, didn't he?
I am Jerry Seinfeld.
Well,
This is
yeah,
my
but you know
show.
the B movie, that thing with the honey.
We don't talk about the bee movie. That was a terrible movie. It's all about a bee suing the world.
And, you know, there's that little side part with the woman that... No, we don't
We
say
don't talk about
We don't
that.
talk about
But what does a watch have to do with all of this?
I want your watch.
I can't give it to you.
Why not?
And scene. Great job, you guys. All right, moving right along, our next game is a game called Superheroes, and this is for Carolyn, Matt, Lizzie, and Soraya. So go ahead, you guys, you four, stand up. Lizzie is going to start this game. The other three of you can head off to the side of the stage. So in this game, all four of these people are going to be superheroes, and they have to solve some sort of world crisis, and they are going to give each other superhero names as they come in, and then have to take on the characteristics of that superhero name. But it's your guys' job as the audience to give Lizzie her superhero name. So what's an unlikely superhero? Give me an idea for an unlikely superhero.
Probiotics man.
Did I hear probiotics man?
Yes, you did.
All right, we'll go with probiotics girl, but probiotics girl. So, what's a world crisis? Something goofy, something silly. What's it like a silly world crisis that could be happening?
Twinkie shortage.
Twinkie shortage. I heard it. All right, we're gonna go with Twinkie shortage. So, probiotics woman and her team of super friends have to solve the world's Twinkie shortage. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Ah, yes. What a fine day here in Glitter Town. It seems that there's been a shortage of Twinkies here, and I'm not quite sure how to solve it just by myself.
Sorry, what did you hear you saying? Did you think there was problems? Because I
Yes.
can help you. I can totally help you.
Oh, yes!
I really great help.
Wonder Woman! Why did you show up?
Because I really wanted to help, and the last time that there was a Twinkie shortage, they didn't let me help because they said that
I
I'm not
think
good at helping.
you
I really
caused it.
am. I really
Oh,
am. good at
all
helping.
right. Okay, honey, let's try that. First of all, have you taken your daily probiotic?
Oh, what?
It's helpful. Here, just there you go. Oh, honey, okay. I think we need some more help than just you. You just why don't you go stand in the corner?
Relax, everybody, out here.
Oh, hi, Tornado Guy. He always makes me laugh because he never stops doing that.
Maybe you
It's a gift and a curse.
How do you mind help us fix our Twinkie shortage, Tornado Man?
I'm not really sure.
I
think it was poorly thought out.
What is it, Wonder Woman?
We could go into a kitchen and we could all put on little cute aprons that I've drawn on and we could make more.
I don't trust your Twinkies, honey. Last time I had something, you made me and nearly put poisoned me. But I was okay thanks to my probiotics.
Are you gonna come up with a plan yet?
Maybe we need more help. Okay,
Please don't knock me over.
oh look, it's...
Oh, it's a slightly nauseous woman.
No, it's just making me so nauseous with my stomach and the spit.
This is probably really good to watch. Let me get over here.
They can try. I mean, completely honest.
You know what? I could go to the park and clean it up with my wings.
You know, really, I'm very upset.
Do you have any Pedialyte? Our hydration levels are just so
I
low right now.
can check and see what I have. No, just.
They always call me slightly nauseous, but to be completely honest with you, I'm overtly nauseous.
Well, you know what? I think the fact that I've been seeing you do go. I think I don't want to see any more movies in the world. We have to fix this problem, and that's how we're going to fix this problem. That's a really great idea.
What was the problem?
Go away.
Come on, Tornado Man, let's go.
Please, just take probiotics. Go. Let's go.
Good job, you guys. All right, well, that was a game that we just played. That's about all I have to say about that. All right, so our next game that we're going to move on to is a game called Moving People. So, do we need to take a break? Are you okay, Matt? Because you're in this game.
I'm gonna go grab some water.
Okay, good idea. All right, we're going to put you in this game then, Josh, all right? So, this game is going to be for Carolyn, Soraya, Jerry, and Matt, all right? So if you guys want to go ahead and stand up. You sure?
I will be playing the part of Matt.
All right, well, Matt can step in, so we'll have Matt do this, all right?
Matt is the understudy for me playing Matt.
There we go. All right, so Soraya and Matt, you guys are going to be the main two people in this scene, so you can step forward. Carolyn, you're going to be moving Soraya, and Jerry, you're going to be moving Matt, all right? So, Soraya and Matt are not allowed to move at all except for their head. So they can talk and they can move their head, but otherwise they can't move their arms, their legs, anything at all, okay? So Jerry and Carolyn are going to be in charge of moving them for this, okay? So, the scene that you guys are going to be in, Soraya and Matt, you guys are two factory workers working at a busy, fast-paced conveyor belt, okay? But you can't move anything but your head. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
Man, work is really a drag these days.
I know. I wish they would just slow it down a little. It's just I keep they keep messing with the settings and you know, they keep speeding it up, and I just wish they would slow it down because someone needs to really talk to management.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, it just becomes muscle memory and you're not even doing anything at this point.
I know, right?
Here, could you give me that? Just
Yeah,
give me
here you go.
that.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. Gotta put it down. Put it down. Oh.
I'm getting
Gotta put it down on the
very
conveyor belt.
cold feet. Does the floor feel like it's warming up to you? Do you remember last time when the floor was warming up? And that's like the building exploded?
No, I don't remember that. I'm just trying to put this down.
It's going to explode! What are you doing? You're insane!
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my God! He's gonna die, and the building's gonna explode, and it's gonna be all my fault. This is what happened last time. Oh my gosh!
I just told my arm doesn't get broken. But ow. Oh.
I got your shoe. Is that helpful at all?
No,
I'll
not
try
helpful at all.
pulling you down.
We're working at a conveyor belt, and this is what we've done.
Someone needs to press the alarm button. Do we have an alarm button?
We don't actually. They removed that last year.
See, you think that would be kind of a handy thing to have, an alarm button. So, like, you think the building is going to explode? Should we just keep doing this until the building explodes then?
If something turns on fire, we'll
Do you think that's
try
sometimes
and run, but I don't think I'll be very good at it.
All right, right, and you know what? I just realized that I haven't been giving points to anyone, and that's a super, super important part of the show, as we already established. So I think I need to give points to you guys. So I'm going to give a base layer of 1,000 points to everyone. Wow. So we'll give it like a base layer of 1,000 points to each of you. I'll give 100 points to Josh for Wizard of Oz. We'll give 1,000,000 points to Matt for all the abuse he's enduring in the show so far. Just remember, the points don't matter.
$5, it helps Matt.
Yeah, we're gonna need to pay for medical bills after this with all of your donations.
I never signed a waiver, so I can sue.
You know what? Let's move on to our next game. So our next game is a game called Weird Newscasters, and this is a game for Carolyn, Josh, Matt, and Lizzie. So step on up here, guys. All right, so these four are part of a nightly news show, and I'm going to go ahead and give them different assignments for their different characters. So Carolyn is going to be the anchor. Josh is her co-anchor. Josh thinks he's in the movie Braveheart. Matt is on sports. Matt, you can be right over here on sports. Matt, you cannot say the word "the." And Lizzie, you're on weather, and you are stepping on lots and lots of Legos during your whole broadcast, okay? So we'll have some music for you guys at the beginning, and then as soon as the music fades out, Carolyn, you can start the broadcast. You guys ready? All right, and cue the music.
Today we have breaking news that the whole city has been rampaged by rabid chihuahuas. Can't we all just get along, little doggies? Seems that more people have been hospitalized with rabies since the Ebola outbreak that we seem to have all forgotten about. Thank you, election 20, whatever that was. Over to my co-anchor.
The only way we can rid ourselves of these chihuahuas and take back our land is to fight them! To fight them for freedom!
Thank you, Braveheart. Over to our sports guy.
Well, it's been a beautiful day in sports. Got some football going on. I honestly don't really care very much, but all you Americans seem to like it. So, Dallas Cowboys still suck. And I do suppose there's a few other teams out there, but in the meantime, well, I think in a meantime, while there's still some other interesting stuff going on, I'm going to turn it over to a weather person.
Thanks, sports guy. Okay. We can just look at the weather. We've got a lot of rain coming in. Rain. Ooh, okay. Who left a little lemon on the floor? Okay, goodbye. Okay. So rain, and on top of the rain, we have lots of Legos. I swear the kids are sharpening them. Okay. So we have Legos. We have rain, and there's the 5-day forecast. 5-day.
Thank you, weather girl. The point is it's going to be hot, hot.
And just remember, they may take our land with their tiny shaking bodies and their teeth, but they will never take our freedom! Thank you and good night.
My name is John, and this is my last broadcast with this news station. Catch me on Channel 13 tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
They've all got a career in broadcasting. I mean, that was just flawless. They should all be hired by the news station. All right, so pretty soon here, after one more game, we're going to take a break. You all can head out to the lobby and check out the raffles that we have available. So before we play our last game for the first half of the show, I do want to tell you guys a little bit about the raffles that we have available out there. So we have some really, really great prizes, and like I said, raffle tickets are $2 each. and then you can put your tickets toward whichever of the raffle prizes that you really want to win, or you can put it in a jar that you don't really care which one it goes toward. So I want to tell you about the prizes that we have. So we have a $25 Starbucks Cheesecake Factory gift card.
It'll buy you one slice of cheesecake.
But they're this big.
It's a fair point. We have a 4-pack of tickets to Spotlight later in August. So if you're going to be planning on coming to Spotlight, you can try to win a pack of 4 tickets to that. And finally, we have one last prize that is our big item for the evening. One of our Encore moms, who's here in attendance this evening, is a professional photographer, and she has donated a mini photo shoot. So whoever wins this prize will win a 45-minute photo shoot with her on location anywhere in the Albuquerque or Rio Rancho area, and that includes a CD with 8 different edited pictures on it. The value of this is $300. So it's a great raffle prize, and thank you so much, Mrs. Costales, for donating that. So it's Naomi Costales Photography. So after one more game, you guys can head out to the lobby, check that out, and purchase some tickets to win those, and we will draw the tickets near the end of the show. So for now, we've got one more game, and the next game we're going to play is Two-Headed Expert. So this game is for Josh and Soraya, and Carolyn and Lizzie. So step on up, guys. So we are going to have 2 pairs of people. Josh and Soraya are going to be an expert, and Carolyn and Lizzie are going to be interviewing them about some topic, which I'm going to get from you guys in just a minute. But first I want to explain, Josh and Soraya are going to have to talk simultaneously. They have to say the exact same thing at the exact same time. Carolyn and Lizzie, on the other hand, have to talk one word at a time, going back and forth between the 2 of them. So those are the restrictions as far as the way they are going to talk that we're going to place on them. So going out to you guys, what's a topic that would be something kind of unusual for someone to be an expert in? Just
Lasagna.
Lasagna. I love it. Lasagna. All right. So Carolyn and Lizzie, you're going to be interviewing Josh and Soraya on the topic on which they are an expert, lasagna. Take it away.
How are
You
planning
to
make
the
lasagna
into
food?
shape.
We are planning on making the lasagna into food shapes by using tools such as a pasta thing. And then we would use the oven, you know, to cook the food shapes.
You
Are
never
going
to
get
a
good
lasagna.
with
That
attitude.
We have a great attitude about pasta and other food shapes. It sounds like you are having a bad attitude about food shapes.
are
You
crazy.
are we?
It takes one to know one.
So
You
are
crazy.
Yes.
how
Crazy about pasta food shapes.
my
Goodness.
wow.
You
Really
are
crazy
about
pasta.
shapes.
My
Father
made,
pasta.
but
He
made
it
taste
like
dirt.
That is because he did not know how to make lasagna not taste like dirt.
I am
interested
in
knowing
how
to
make
lasagna
not
taste
like
dirt.
or
Other
earth like
materials.
Well, what
what
you do
do
is you
start
start with all natural ingredients like sauce and cheese and noodles, and then you don't add dirt.
Great job, you guys. All right, so one more quick reminder. Like I said, we're at the halfway point of our show, but I have one more quick reminder that I just remembered. So out at the raffle table, also going to have a notepad, so like a stack of blank pieces of paper and some pens. So what I need you guys to do during intermission, when you go over to that table, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, and write down just any random line. Just a line from a movie. It could be a line from a movie. It could be just a line that you make up off the top of your head. I just ask that you keep it G-rated, of course, but otherwise it can be anything, any random line. We're going to take those and we're going to use them in a game in the second half. So please write some on pieces of paper. We'll gather those up before we start the show again. I will get that notepad of paper out there for you guys. So thank you guys. That's the first half of our show.
And let us know what you think in the towel section below. Love you guys. Thanks.
We're ready to get started with the second half of our show. I hope you all had a chance to go and take a look at the raffle prizes out there. Got your tickets in, because we're going to draw those in the second half of the show. In addition, I hope you all had the opportunity to write down some sentences. And in fact, do we have those sentences? Savannah or Jake out in the lobby, do we have the papers? All right, well, while we're waiting for those, I'd like to reintroduce our performers. So, oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you. So, cast, you can come on back out on stage. Josh, and Carolyn, and Soraya, and Matt, and Jerry, and...
Where's Lizzie?
She's in the pot.
All right. Enjoy yourself. All right. So the first game that we're going to play in the second half of the game is sentences, and that's the one where we're going to use the papers you guys gave. So this game is for Matt and Jerry. So Matt and Jerry, if you guys want to step up here, I will give you guys a whole bunch of these papers. So, Jerry, those are for you. And Matt, those are for you. All right. So, you can't read them yet. You got to read them only when you pull them out during the scene.
I
Okay?
said don't eat them.
That's also good advice. Not to eat them, that's also good advice. All right, so we're going to give them a suggestion for a scene here in just a minute, but throughout the scene they're going to have to pull out a paper at any time whenever they want to and work whatever is on the paper right into the scene. So what I want from you guys is a suggestion for the name of a cop show on TV. Give me a suggestion for a name of a cop show.
Bologna.
What was that?
Bologna.
Bologna. So like bologna?
Yeah.
Okay. So bologna, depends on what region of the country you're in, how you pronounce the show. So this is the hard-hitting CBS procedural bologna.
This is a bunch of baloney.
Take it away.
Hey, Smith, got
What's
any
up,
word on
Jazz?
that report that came in?
No, can't say I heard about it.
Huh. Well, it seems to me that the game is on.
Really?
You gotta get to work, son.
I do. You're right. But first, I must check the billboard. All right. Make sure there's no, Well, I mean, you can kiss me on the veranda.
We've talked about this. Some days I don't know what we're yelling about.
Maybe it's how bad that kiss was. But it did make me think in my head when you kissed me. made me think I should just let it go. Let it go, not gonna go there.
Please don't. You know, I was once thinking about Frozen one day, and it said, join the Crusades against Frozen. You know, some things in life aren't worth worrying
You're
about
right.
or thinking about.
Absolutely.
And that's one of them.
Absolutely. There is that one guy, though. That guy that says that one line. It goes, my sock. Someone else's foot in it. It's me deep, man.
Yeah, it gets you every time.
Yeah, anyway, back to the report.
What was
Right.
on the billboard? It sounded like you said something
Right.
like, what big teeth you have.
I did feel something. But, we don't talk about that.
Well, anyway, about that report.
Right, I got it right here. Starts off with, it's fine. It's fine. It sucks. But it's fine.
Usually in police reports, there's something useful in them, you know?
Right,
like
right.
a description of a robber.
It goes on. Description. Keep your station clear, or I will kill you!
We're in a station right now. I'm glad you know that.
Yes.
But, you know, just like the chief of police always says,
Right.
put the money in the bag.
I always interpreted him to say, Moses supposes his toes have Moses.
You know, he is quite a miracle. I'll give him that. He's quite a chief. I mean, sometimes I hear the guys talking about him and they say, I think Matthew Evans needs to slow down.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the report. The
keep reading it.
suspects were seen. Last statements was, as he was running away, he said, I didn't make it all the way through the 3rd grade for nothing.
Right, so we're dealing with an educated chef. That's just what we need.
Well, it's a lead.
Yeah,
Right.
lead.
Anyway, his bio, now that we know we've looked up some 3rd grader.
He's past 3rd grade, we know
Right,
that.
right. So, this is your fault. This is your fault, Jafar. Jackson.
Talking to me? You know, sometimes I think to myself about you. I violated child labor laws.
Are you telling me you're a dirty cop?
I don't know. Maybe I gotta put the money in the bag.
Yeah? Well, I got one question for you. Who's on first?
I can smell you.
Stop. You're really making me, Matthew Evans. Right, sure.
You know, sometimes you just confuse me. Sometimes you just make me want to say to myself, you like jazz?
That was confusing. But no, in response, I mean, fair play. In response, my wife left me, my dad got deported, and the dome died. But I got the van, though.
I think I see that van. It has the words on the side. I can't feel my legs.
Sure, that's my van. I bought it at the depot, the store place, the car dealership, where their motto is, you are a toy!
That's very detrimental. Let's just say that outright.
It was the Hot Wheels dealer, okay?
Well, back to the report. Okay, right. Looks like there's something else on it. Oh, someone get me a glass, because I just found me a tall glass of water.
We're both in barrels. That is the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah, we're all in this together, buddy. I don't know what to say either.
How about, don't get your knickers in a knot. Let's get back to business. Okay.
You're gonna read the report? Or are you just gonna sit here saying...
Stella!
You know, you are a sad, strange little man.
All right, great job, guys, and thank you all for those great suggestions. That was awesome. All right, so we're gonna move on to a game called Scenes from a Hat. This is for all 6 of our performers. So the catch tonight is that I don't have a hat for the scenes, but I do have a list of different categories.
There's a hat in the audience.
Well, Grant, you are just conveniently in the front row there. Can I borrow your hat? They're all on one piece of paper, so this is going to be really kind of weird. But... Hey guys, we got a hat for Scenes from a Hat. All right, Lizzie, come and join us now. All right. All right, so all 6 of our performers. This is for all 6 of our performers, and we're going to have different categories that they can respond to with whatever pops into their head if they think of something. So if you guys all want to stand up. And then if you have something for any of these categories, you can go ahead and step forward and say it, all right? You guys ready? So we'll start with rejected kids show ideas.
The alleyway.
Curious George learns about lightning and electricity.
How to buy drugs.
You're adopted.
All right, odd things to prompt the question, what will they think of next? What's something that would prompt that question, what will they think of next?
Carrots for shoes? What will they think of next?
Cat shampoo? What will they think of next?
Encore Theater. What will they think of next?
All right, weak nicknames for action movie stars.
Hey, look, it's the pink marshmallow.
They call them Toodles.
Anti-depression man, curing smiles for never.
What Santa does outside the holiday season.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
No, the elves get 5%. 5%. I gave them 3% last year, they get 5% this year. That's all I gotta say.
Terrible names for restaurants.
Jack's pretty good pasta.
I mean, we think it's meat.
Spam.
At least it's cheap.
La cucaracha.
Spam.
Rejected color names for Crayola crowns.
Tickle me bleeding.
It's not green.
Vomit blue.
Tears of a drowned sailor.
A fun prank you can play when you have a time machine.
Deja vu. Deja vu?
Oh, great. Here we go. Matthew Evans' wrestling name.
And here comes tall and skinny.
The lemonade sucker.
Banana bread boy.
The every second counter.
Moving on.
The host.
Odd questions to have a drill sergeant yell at you.
What are you, a man or a mouse? Where did you get those shoes? Where did you get those pants? Coles.
Those earrings are a little long for standard, son.
Why are you so attractive?
Odd ways to be attractive to the opposite sex.
You know, I shower once a week. You know, I vomit blue.
I gotta say, I find those long earrings really attractive.
People who shouldn't rap.
I don't know, maybe some of you can.
Inappropriate times for sarcasm.
No?
Real sorry your grandma died. Inappropriate.
Congratulations on getting married.
Oh, you're having a baby, right? You're pregnant.
The dress totally doesn't make you look fat.
Did you save the return receipt for the child?
Oh, you graduated.
If mundane events had commentary like sports.
She walked to the fridge. She's walking to the fridge. She's running to the fridge. She made it to the fridge. The fridge is down.
Frank, he's got the cereal. He's got the spoon right now. Yes, it looks. Yeah, he does. He's got the cereal in this thing. Oh, he's got it. He's going all the way. He could. He's going. He's going all the way.
The spoon is in the mouth. He ate the cereal. Go!
Great job, you guys. Great job. The hat was much appreciated. All right, so now we're moving on to a game called Sound Effects. Sound Effects. This is for Josh, Lizzie, Soraya, and Carolyn. So if you guys want to step on up here. So Josh and Lizzie, I'm going to give you guys the microphones as soon as I'm done explaining the game. So I can go ahead and give you one of those, and then I'll give this to you in just a second, Lizzie. Soraya and Carolyn, you guys are going to have a scene here, and Josh, you're going to be doing the sound effects for Soraya, and Lizzie, you're going to be doing the sound effects for Carolyn, all right? So, all I'm going to give you guys for a scene is that you are on a farm, and you can go wherever you want with that, all right? Take it away.
Man, did you milk those cows today or what?
I did. I'm sure I did.
What did you say, Bethany? She says she really doesn't like that whole grain bread that you made last week, and I kind of agree with her. It's seeds get stuck in my teeth. They ain't even real anyway.
Well, you know, if you want your own bread, you could just make your own bread. You didn't make it.
What's that, Suzanne? Man, she's screaming.
Would you shut up?
You're cleaning that one. That's on your side of the bar.
About my baby, and you think I'm gonna clean up after your pigs?
They ain't my pigs.
Oh, who insisted we get them off Craigslist?
I picked out you. Why do we have so many animals?
It wasn't to move out to a hobby farm in the middle of nowhere.
It's not a hobby farm. It is a working cornmeal farm.
Right.
Right.
Tell me when you get the cornmeal fixed, and I'll
you
believe
just
you.
shut up. That's a new one.
When you said not to talk about the elephant in the room, I hope you did not mean what I think you mean.
Well, I'm looking at her. Where are they? That's a woman. Maybe you'll eat all those dang pigs we were.
Lesson learned how to do.
Absolutely pick your brains apart, sister.
Nano.
Seems like a good place to end it. Good job, you guys. All right, next we're moving on to a game called Improv Jeopardy. Improv Jeopardy. This is for Jerry, Matt, Josh, and Soraya. Step on up here, you guys.
I don't know. What are we doing?
Improv Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so we're going to be at a game show. We have our 4 contestants who are going to introduce themselves in just a moment. And then we're going to be, I'm going to be providing them with categories. And the way this is going to work is when I give a category, you all out in the audience are going to shout out an answer to that category. And I'll just, pick the one that I hear first. They have to buzz in and provide the question to that answer. Okay? So you guys are playing this game too, so be sure to join in when I start going through the categories, all right? So let's start first with introducing our contestants today. So we'll go down to the far end first. Contestant number 1, introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Ronald Trump. I've been a long time contestant on the show, really great, everyone says so. I'm a great contestant, everyone says so.
Thank you, Ronald. All right, contestant number 2.
Ramona.
You want to tell us some about yourself, Ramona?
Oh, well, actually, I'm a cat specialist.
A cat specialist, all right.
Behaviorally speaking, of course.
Cat behavior specialist, all right. This just sounds vaguely familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but contestant number 3, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Randy.
And what do you do for a living, Randy?
Well, breathe, mostly.
Can't argue with that. And contestant number 4, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Where is it? Where did you put it?
Oh, do you have a hairball stuck in your throat?
I don't think we do. Do we have a hairball stuck in the throat? I don't think. I don't know. Maybe we does. No.
All right, well, welcome to the show. I didn't catch your name, but I'm not even going to ask at this point. All right, so let's begin our competition round. First category is U.S. cities. U.S. cities.
Tulsa.
Tulsa. Tulsa is your answer?
What is hell?
All right, let's get another U.S. city.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Just about as hot as Mordor.
That's correct. Another U.S. city.
Detroit.
Detroit. Detroit is your answer.
What is a failure?
Not going to comment on that. Let's get one more U.S. city for this category. Socorro. All right, Socorro.
Never speaks of that place ever again.
That's correct. Next category we have is exotic locations, like places you might go on a vacation around the world. Exotic locations.
Bora Bora, Hawaii.
I heard Bora Bora. Bora Bora.
Ding. What is a way to make your partner fall asleep?
Bora Bora them. All right, that's correct. Let's get another exotic location.
Fiji.
Fiji. All right, Fiji.
What is an
Yes.
apple?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let's get another exotic location.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. All right,
What is a symbol of patriotic love of a country?
that's correct.
And
All
it
right.
also has presidents on it, like myself, or someone I know.
All right, and one more exotic location.
Caribbean.
The Caribbean.
Where have they made too many movies about pirates?
That is incorrect. There's never too many of those movies.
One too many, they crossed the line with an idiot.
All right, next category. Elements of the periodic table is our next category.
Neptunium.
Neptunium. Yes.
What is one of the planets?
I'm pretty sure that's correct. All right, let's get another one.
Boron.
Boron. Yes.
Another way to bore your partner to sleep.
Boron. All right. And another one. Elements of the periodic table. Zinc. Zinc. I heard zinc.
I got nothing, guys.
I think we are running out of good categories.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next category then. All right. So we're looking for animals. Give us an animal name.
Armadillo.
Sure. Armadillo. Armadillo is your
I
answer.
never pick cats.
You're all incorrect. All right. Next category. Fancy cars. Give us the name of a fancy car.
Mercedes.
Lamborghini.
What is one that I own?
That's. I don't know. What's another fancy car?
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
What is one that I own?
Boy, you're in a roll over there, Ronald.
I'm a Rolls Royce, actually.
All right. One more fancy car.
Tesla X.
Tesla X. Ooh.
What is a battery-powered nightmare?
All right. And now we are in our last category. The first person out of the four of you who gets 2 questions correct in our final round will win. Our final category is Encore Theater Shows.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Yes.
What is hell?
Yes, Matt.
That's a nasty little stinking habits in it. Dumping around and stealing the precious.
All right. What's another Encore show?
Spotlight.
Spotlight. Yes.
What is up and coming success?
Oh, yeah.
What is poor?
Jake,
Yes.
what is a musical that needs fundraising?
That's correct! All right, and I think we'll just say you all are the winners of Improv Deputy, so give it up for them. All right, next we're moving to a game called New Choice. New Choice, this is for Jerry and Soraya. So Jerry and Soraya, step on up here. So, we're going to give them a scene, as we do with many of these different games. We'll give them a scene to perform. But along the way, whenever I want to, I can say new choice after something that one of them says, and they immediately have to come up with something different to replace what they just said with something new. I can say new choice as many times as I want until I like what I hear, and then they have to continue the scene with whatever they ended up on, what their last new choice was. Does that make sense to you guys? All right, so give me a suggestion for an unusual occupation. What's an unusual occupation?
Lizard herder.
Lizard herder. All right, and one more. What's one more unusual occupation? Underwater basket weaving. Okay, so one of you guys is a lizard herder, one of you is an underwater basket weaver. You can decide whatever you want to do. And this is the game of new choice.
Sorry, what? You might want to come out of the water.
What's up?
Nothing much, just birding my lizards,
New choice.
stroking my lizards,
New choice.
trying to decide what to feed my lizards for breakfast,
New choice.
feeding my lizards crickets for breakfast.
I didn't know lizards ate crickets.
Yeah, live ones. I catch them, and then I hold them by the leg, and I watch as they eat them really slowly.
New choice.
So, what are you up to?
I'm weaving a basket made of rush. I'm in no hurry.
That's nice. What?
It's going along nice. As you can see, it's about 3 ounces tall. It can fit quite a few lizards.
New choice.
It can fit quite a few crickets.
New choice.
It can fit quite a few cricket-eating lizards.
New choice.
It can, this basket can fit quite a lot of apples.
What would you use the apples for?
Probably eating. That's what normal people do.
New choice.
That's what aliens do with apples. That's what I'm told, at least. I don't know. It's your lizard's getting lost.
I got
okay.
it.
Okay.
New choice.
I don't got it.
New choice.
I'm catching them! Oh my gosh, they're everywhere!
New choice.
I've lost them all.
New choice.
I've lost my marbles. I've lost them and I don't know what to do. I need your help. Help me find them, please.
Why you're a lizard herder.
New choice.
This is why you decided to not be a human.
New choice.
I
this is why we do what we do. We do it. And lizards, they run, and reptiles.
New choice.
You're not good at basket weaving.
New choice.
Good at lizard catching.
New choice.
You're not good at comforting.
New choice.
You're not good at breathing underwater. You should be. Since
New
you
choice.
come out, you're really stupid. You're not good at tying your shoelaces.
New choice.
You're not good at wearing purple.
New choice.
You're not good at listening to me.
New choice.
You're not good at hearing me.
New choice.
You're not good at being compassionate.
New choice.
You're not good at dancing.
You said that.
You're not good at leaving me cereal either. You always eat it all and I don't understand why. I told you specifically to not eat all the cereal.
Yeah, but it's life. I mean, even Mikey likes it.
No, I don't touch your ice cream. You don't touch my cereal. Okay, that's what we do things.
What ice cream?
New choice.
We had ice cream?
New choice.
What potato chips? I know you said ice cream, but in my mind I heard potato chips.
Think about when you're not good at hearing me or listening to me.
Well, those still stand, okay. So what about the potato chips?
I don't know why you keep going on about potato chips. Why
New
do you always
choice.
try to turn this into something about screwdrivers,
New choice.
about power tools,
New choice.
about basket weaving,
New choice.
about water,
New choice.
about breathing apparatuses,
New choice.
about purple. You always try to make it. Oh, I can't wear it, especially on shoes.
I mean,
How
I
it
never
doesn't
said
look
those
good
were
on
just-
lizards. I know I spent so much time on those costumes, and you just came in and said they didn't look good in purple. I can't help it that they're green and green clashes with purple, okay?
New choice.
Well, doesn't clash with purple, but it clashes with the lizards.
New choice.
It clashes with their tails.
New choice.
It clashes with the little tiny swords they were holding. It didn't quite fit the atmosphere.
New choice.
It didn't quite fit with the whole aura of the lizard empire.
New choice.
It didn't quite fit with the aura of like the lizard civilization.
He doesn't
New choice.
understand.
The lizard population.
New choice.
The lizard
Can't keep listening
infestation.
to them. It's not an infestation. They are my babies.
New choice.
They are my companions.
New choice.
They are my hobby.
New choice.
They are my soul.
New choice.
They are my life.
New choice.
They are my dream.
New choice.
They are my song. They sing when I'm lonely.
New choice.
These lizards are more than just a lifestyle. They're me.
New choice.
What else is there?
That's it. Good job, you guys. All right. Next, we're going to move on to a game called Narrate. Narrate. This is for Josh and Matt. So, Josh, step on up here. I'll explain the game. Don't worry. So, this is a game. We're going to give them a scene to do, but whenever they want to, in their interactions, they're just going to be having a normal conversation about whatever it is that we decide on. But whenever they want to, they can take a step forward and narrate what they're thinking as if they're in a film noir movie. Okay? So, does that make sense to you guys? You just can step forward and narrate your inner thoughts whenever you'd like to, okay? You guys good? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and, wait, first let's decide, what's a really boring occupation? What's a really, like, a boring one?
Accountant.
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 Yeah, exactly. So, all right, so you both are accountants. You're working at an accounting firm, so that's your scene. And this is the game of Narrate. So let's go ahead and cue our music.
Yeah.
You the accountant?
Yeah.
It was the man I'd been looking for. All I knew was he was an accountant. At my firm, I had found the man.
This guy's really weird.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could run some numbers for me.
Running lots of numbers right now.
Which numbers?
They all got
suspected what I was after. Maybe he knew I was after the numbers for my locker combination.
Yeah, you know, maybe some big ones, some small ones. Really any numbers you can run for me.
A lot of numbers, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about this guy's mental capacities and his ability to communicate clearly.
I need some numbers for a combination, if you know what I mean.
A lot of combinations.
I didn't think he knew what I meant.
I need a very specific combination.
Really?
One for a locker.
Really? Whose locker? You know, to be honest, I'm probably gonna report this guy. Sneaking around other people's lockers. Just not right.
If only he knew what was in that locker. How could I tell him? It was my lunch.
Yeah, it's a very important confidential item. And I need access to it.
Mind telling me what that item is?
Well, not sure I can say.
Please don't tell me.
I was trying to quit, but the accountant was ticking me off.
Maybe you should try to fit those things.
Maybe you should type the numbers a little faster.
Do that. All day.
Seemed like intimidation was working with Poindexter over here. I'd have to try harder. I was getting
Listen, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I need what's in that locker. So I need you to get it for me.
Alright. Well, whose locker is this again?
It's mine.
Suddenly everything became clear. Yeah, okay.
I can't believe I told him my secret. What was I gonna do? Would he rat me out? I'd forgotten the combo. My stomach rumbled.
Okay. I got your back, partner.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Just memorize this. 141592653358795103795133750. Got it? Good.
My previous combination was 5, 6, 7. I knew he was trying to pull a fast one. He must have known about the pastrami sandwich.
This guy, trying to get a sandwich for a long time. It's come to this. But it's pastrami. It's pastrami. Yeah, you just...
I think you might have the wrong locker. It's just the one in the break room. Number 27.
How could I tell him? It was the locker his girlfriend used to have.
Yeah, locker 27.
What's so special about that?
He was on to me again. Poindexter was smarter than I thought. I'd have to resort to drastic measures.
Listen, just give me my sandwich, okay? I'm hungry. It's been a long day. So I need you to tell me the combo to locker 27. And I know you know, because your girlfriend Jessica used to have it.
Me having a girlfriend, Jessica, was actually new to me.
To be continued next week. All right, let's go ahead and play Let's Make a Date. Let's Make a Date. This is for Lizzie, Jerry, Josh, and Matt. So stand on up, guys. So Lizzie is going to be a contestant on a dating show, and she is going to have to talk to 3 different bachelors that she's interacting with on this dating show. Each of our bachelors is going to be given an odd quirk or character trait in some way, and Lizzie is going to have to guess what they are. So Lizzie, we're going to do the same thing we did earlier in the show on the party guest game. I'm going to ask you to go backstage for just a moment. And so that way I can give the quirks to our gentleman up here. Just wait for her to leave. All right. Okay, I'll take away the microphone. So, Josh, your spirit animal is King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. Matt, you feel the need to be the shortest person in the room. And Jerry, you say sentences with the words in the reverse order. This should be good. All right, Lizzie, you can come on back out. You guys have your traits? Sure. And here's our eligible bachelorette on tonight's show, Lizzie.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Bachelor number 1. For our first date, where would you take me?
Well, I tell you right now, I would definitely take you somewhere sweet. Maybe we'd go to like the go-kart race. You know, we can sit there, and if I could possibly race myself, you know, like a sporting event.
You sound like a fun guy.
Thank you.
All right, bachelor number 2, same question. Where would you take me on our first date?
Probably somewhere we could stand, you know, get a good lay of the land. Actually, could you stand up? I have a question for you.
I'm
Please.
sorry.
Okay, so
right,
you're like,
right.
ooh. Okay. That guy.
What are you doing?
Okay. It's good.
I don't know.
We're good.
All right. Can I sit down now? Is that all right?
Well, I would prefer you not to, but...
I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't care. Bachelor number 3, same question. Where would you take me on a first date?
Date first would take IU. That's something like 4. Studio dance, fun might be.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
Studio dance 1B. B2. 2B.
To be or not to be, all right? Whatever, okay?
Smart as me.
I can tell, huh? Bachelor number 1. What is your favorite kind of food?
Well, I definitely love sweet than candy. Obviously something, you know, sugary. You know, like Oreos or something. Donuts, they're fun too. Lots of candies. I love candy. They're really good. I love them. You know, especially like something sour. Sour, yes, you seem sour. Anyway.
That's very nice. Do you go to the dentist often? Because I feel like
Oh
you go
no!
there.
The candy and I are just on such good terms.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. What is your favorite? No. I changed my mind. I'm sorry, honey. Sorry. Bachelor number 2. What are you most afraid of?
Dwarves, midgets, the little people, and the movie with the lion and the metal thing. Oh, the Wizard of Oz.
He's definitely sour. He's gone.
I think I did you.
I'm pretty sure that's offensive to them. But you know what? It's fine, because I'm not short. Don't care what you say. All right, bachelor number 3. What would be the hardest thing for you to say to me?
Everything much pretty.
Well, you're not wrong.
Hard talk to like this. Like.
Okay.
Try it sometime you should you?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good, really.
All right, you want to go ahead and guess who the 3 bachelors are?
Sure. Well, okay. Josh is King Candy.
You're wearing salmon, though. Salmon, obviously salmon.
Are you afraid of short things? Like, I'm
Afraid of being not the shortest person?
Yeah.
Yes, afraid of being taller than anyone.
okay.
He
All
feels the
right.
need to be the shortest person in the room.
Okay. All right. And then Jeremiah, you speak backwards.
I mean, basically everyday life anyway, so.
All right, great job, you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one game left for you, but before we get to our final game, we do want to do our raffle draw. So I noticed a lot of tickets out there. So if Savannah or Jake, are you guys out in the lobby? Raffle tickets? Bueller. Can you guys at least let me know that you can hear me?
They're behind us.
Oh, here they come. All right, great. No, that's fine. Thank you so much. All right. So the first thing that we're going to draw for, so yeah, go ahead and get your tickets out. If you have your tickets, I'm going to call the numbers on them. So that's the way we'll draw this. We'll get the rest of the raffles ready. Even some of our performers have tickets that they want to make sure they watch. So no judgment. So we'll wait for them to get back, but give you all a chance to get your tickets out. Thank you, Savannah. Could we bring the house lights up? So that way we can see, the audience members can see, oh, so you guys can just win because you're the ones up here in the light? Sure, all right, thank you. All right, so we'll go ahead and start drawing. So the first thing we're gonna draw for is our $25 Regal gift card. This is the movie tickets gift card. Mix them all up. All right, the number for the Regal gift card is 6632234. All right, come on up. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. You didn't know this was another improv game, did you? No, I'm just kidding. There you go.
Where's the wheel?
Congratulations. All right. And the next thing we're going to draw for is our $25 Starbucks gift card. So if we want, are we going to do drum rolls every time? All right, let's do a drum roll every time. Here we go. All right, the number is 6632252.
Can I have it?
No, we got a winner. Come on up. Congratulations. Here you go. I should probably be checking people's tickets. I'm assuming you guys are honest. All right, so the next item that we're going to draw for is the $30 Cheesecake Factory gift card, all right? So, drum roll. The number is 6632289. All right, come on up. Okay, all right. There we go. Yes. All right, and there's the gift card. Congratulations. right, we'll save our grand prize here of the photo shoot for last. So, this is depressing. No one apparently wants to come to Spotlight because there's like 5 tickets in here. You guys still gotta come to Spotlight, okay? All right. I know many of you are cast members in Spotlight, so you don't need tickets to the show. You're gonna be in the show. But all right, drum roll please. From the 5 tickets in this jar. 6632270.
Hey!
All right. Congratulations. So, yeah, I can take that. So you can just turn that in at the box office in exchange for 4 tickets. All right. Last but not least, our grand prize this evening, the mini photo shoot. Big drum roll, please. All right. The winner is... I haven't even said anything yet. 6632309. All right, Jake. Congratulations. There you go. You know who to talk to about that, so congratulations. And thank you all so much for buying tickets tonight and for coming to our show and for supporting our efforts to be putting on Encore Theater's first ever musical. We're really excited about the show that we're putting on. We have a lot of hard work ahead of us, the cast that's working on this, but it's gonna be a really good summer and a really good show. So I hope to see all of you there August 11th through 13th. So for now, let's go ahead and dim the lights and we're gonna play our final game. It is not a game show, even though I said dim the lights. It's a different game. All right, so we're going to play Forward Reverse. This is for Lizzie, Carolyn, Matt, and Soraya. Step on up, guys. All right, so we're going to give them a scene where we have 2 people are going to start it, and then the other 2, so you guys can split yourselves up into 2 pairs. I don't care how you do that. 2 people are going to start the scene, then the other 2 are going to come in about halfway through the scene. We'll give them what that scene is going to be here in a second. But what I can do at any point during the scene is if I say reverse, they have to play the scene backwards. They don't actually have to say individual lines backwards like poor Jerry was having to do in our previous game, but they do have to reverse the order that things happen in the scene until I say forward, and then they play it out again. The scene will go a little further, I'll reverse it again. It changes every time. This game's a lot of fun. So let's think of an action or a location where there's a lot of action happening, a lot of different movement and things happening. Just shout it out if you think it's
Wrestling ring.
There were so many things at once. I thought I heard amusement park, and I like amusement park. That's a good one for this, all right? So you guys are at an amusement park. You 2 come in when you want to, a little ways into the scene. This is Forward Reverse, our final game for Encore's first ever improv comedy night. Take it away, guys.
So excited. I've never been on a roller coaster before.
This is the first 1,200-foot drop.
What?
Ready? Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Wah!
That was fast.
Wah!
I can't do anything. Everything is numb. Are we done yet? Okay, go ahead.
Reverse.
Okay, everything is numb. Are we done yet? Okay.
This is the first 1,200-foot drop.
Oh!
Forward.
Okay.
This is the first 1,200-foot drop.
Oh, all right. Well, I think we should. Why did you do that?
There's a spinning part.
Oh, gosh! How's that working? Okay.
Reverse. Forward.
Oh,
my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Heard it before.
Bethany?
Great.
Bethany?
Oh, hi, Jack.
Why are so many sisters?
Jack, is that?
Reverse.
Jack, is that?
Why are so many sisters? Bethany?
This is my favorite ride. I can't wait to show
Okay, it's
you.
over now.
Forward.
Okay, it's over now for real.
This is my favorite ride. I can't wait to show you.
Bethany?
Tiff? Jack?
Why are so many sisters?
Carol.
Reverse.
Carol.
Tiff?
Forward.
Let's get to the Tilt-A-Whirl. Come on, I'll hang out with you.
Reverse.
Carol.
Forward.
Why are so many sisters? Okay, let's get on the tilt.
I think we should help your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, look at here.
Get
I'll
together.
sit. She looks like she's gonna
Your goal is to
Are you gonna throw up?
1, 2, 3.
I need a phone.
Reverse.
I think she's gonna throw up.
Okay, alright.
I feel nauseous.
You guys are a couple of lightweights. I haven't even been on
Come on, let's get back on the roller coaster.
Are we even going forward or reverse right now? I don't even know.
Let's start this up again.
Forward. Forward.
Man, I love roller coasters.
Shut up, we're here for the experience.
Reverse.
Shut up, we're here for the experience.
Man, I love roller coasters.
Forward.
Man, I love roller
Shut
coasters.
up, we're here for the experience.
Reverse.
Shut up, we're here for the experience.
Man, I love roller coasters.
Come on, guys, let's get on together.
Forward.
Why are we doing this?
Man, I love roller
Shut up, we're
coasters.
here for the experience.
Man, she's dying.
My butt's lifting out of the seat.
Reverse. Forward. Reverse. Reverse.
Shut up, we're here for the experience.
Forward.
I love roller coasters.
Shut
Man,
up,
I love roller coasters.
Shut up, we're here for the experience. My butt's lifting out of the seat.
Reverse.
My butt's lifting out of the seat.
Forward.
My butt's
And that's our show. Alright, take it back, you guys. Give it up for our performers tonight. Well, thank you all so much for coming to Encore Theater's first ever improv comedy night, and thank you again so much for supporting our musical Spotlight. See you in August, and have a great evening.